Welcome to Pioneer FX. Today is the 12th of June. Hope you guys are all doing well. Just a quick update from last week. Looking at the fundamental ranking here, nothing has changed drastically. Still maintaining dollar shorts, even though we are on the bearish side, but it looks like the large speculators are looking to take this one towards the negative territory. And not only that, we're starting to see some cracks, as mentioned within previous weeks. Euro still extremely weak, still maintaining shorts there. Australia within the bullish territory, as well as New Zealand as well. They have raised their interest rates, so it looks like they're going to be on a hiking cycle. So in terms of potential trades for this week, we're going to be mainly focusing on Euro AUD, EURNZD on the bearish stance, AUD USD bullish, as well as NZD USD on the bullish territory. Pound yen still within the bullish territory. However, last week we started to see a retracement down, so we'll be looking into that shortly as well. Pound dollar, we're going to be looking into this as well shortly. Volatility is on the low end. However, we probably might be able to see a spike of volatility the moment we touch around 18 or 20, looking at the VIX chart. So that's that with regards to with regards to the fundamental ranking and where we are and where we're heading to. Let's just dive into the charts now just to see technically whether we are bound for a retracement or an impulsive wave. EURNZD. So this one here, get rid of these indicators. Just looking at this from a weekly perspective, EURNZD. For the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, we've started to have rejections at 1.67, exactly at around this territory over here, which is looking at the Fibonacci here, so as 61.8 fib. Very, very interesting level. Last week on Thursday, we had that spike up, price rejected. And on Friday, it pushed down and pushed back up again. So it looks like it's heavily consolidated within this territory over here. At the moment we get a break up or down, expected to see a breakdown, to be honest, for a continuation further down towards our long-term target of 1.518. So that's our target there, targeting that within the long term. However, still extremely consolidated. Looking at this from a 4-hourly perspective, we could see massive consolidation area here from May up until now. So a lot of traders are potentially diving into this one, potentially trying to get into the short sides of the trade, hence the reason why we started to have plenty of wicks to the upside. Let's just look at this now on a 4-hourly perspective here. Price has pushed up, retraced, massive retracement actually. We've got everyone on the buy end of the trade since April, massive retracement. So now what to expect here from these levels is this supports the region. On last week on Friday, it broke above the support region here now. So what to expect now is either a massive push down towards 1.638, or we could have further push up to these highs, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then drastically pushing down towards our long-term target. So that could be on the cards. However, just looking at the most recent price action here, this area here, this trend line, long-term trend line, 0.1, 0.2, and we had that rejection there of that trend line. So this is an interesting area. What we could do is actually highlight this area here. You can see it broke out. We didn't quite have that retest. Could have a retest here, perhaps before melting down. So target, our long-term target, we're looking for shorts for Euro AUD. Sorry, EURNZD. Similar to Euro AUD, it's been playing out. Looking at it from a daily perspective, you can see here it's been consolidated for quite some time. Looking at it from a 4-hourly perspective now, it did push up last week, and towards the end of last week, we had that massive push back down again on Friday. So, and it did respect this last week's bank level. Let me just get rid of that. All these. Let's see where we are now currently with the price. A lot of traders are looking at this, looking left, and they can see buys here. So there's some buy traps. Yeah. So they're most likely buying. So this area here looks fantastic to actually look for shorts. Let's have a look at it from a standard deviation perspective. Bring up this indicator. On the 4-hourly, it's currently sitting at around 0. On the daily, however, it's sitting at minus 0.72. So we could potentially have it push up even higher, perhaps wick everyone out, take everyone out first before that long-term move towards the downside. So we could either have it push up towards this channel here, then we'll be looking for shorts from up here to push right the way down. So still on the table with regards to Euro AUD, still keeping a close eye on it. Volatility, let's have a look at it from a daily perspective. Last week it pushed down sort of Monday, Tuesday, and then towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, we started to have a spike back up. I feel like what this spike is just trying to stop most traders who are going short out first. So what to expect now is potentially a push back down to, I'm looking for buys around 18. 18 is a good, interesting area for me. So still expecting to see volatility on the low end. Large speculators are actually selling this, so we could potentially have it push back down. So still around the average area, around the average zone, expecting for it to for a short-term target of sales prior to pushing up, but long term we're looking for around 45, 50 as our long-term target, because there's a massive resistance here. This one stands out way too much. Plenty of stops right the way up here. So could this potentially be could this, looking at it from a technical perspective, could this be a bull run now? Potential retest of this trend line, descending trend line, and then pushing up? That could be on the table as well. So we need to have a look at this trend here and keep our eyes on it. But for now, it has broken this trend line, so we could potentially be pushing even higher. So to break 38. So yeah. AUDUSD, this is an interesting one now. Plenty of evening star formations, Price has been sort of choppy for the past couple of weeks. Looking at it from a daily perspective here now, price has broken this trend here. Plenty of traders are looking left. They're most likely selling this move here, which could potentially be a trap move. Currently being played out on the 4 hourly is currently sitting at -1. In the daily time frame, is sitting at -1 as well. So plenty of momentum or there's plenty of options for it to push higher. So do look for longs from these lows. It could be pushing higher in the near-term future. Just 1 second, let's. So looking at AUDUSD, potential longs here. So this looks like it's made a massive impulsive wave, trying to grab as many traders that were actually going long from this perspective here. We could potentially have it pushed down even further prior to pushing up higher within the long term, or you could see it push back up to these highs, targeting 0.75 as our long-term target. NZD-USD, similar to AUD-USD, again, it broke out of this trend line here. Potential grabbing as many stops as possible before the next push higher. So same scenario as for AUD-USD as well as NZD-USD. It's currently sitting at a standard deviation of -1.5 on the 4-hourly, and on the daily is sitting at -1.7. So plenty of discounted rates, to be honest with you, for price to push higher in the near-term future. GBPUSD, same sort of scenario. It's currently sitting at -1.6 on the daily, and on the 4-hourly sitting at -2. So a lot of discounted rates here. Traders are most likely looking left again. Massive resistance here for this to be broken through. So expected to see a major push up, potential impulsive wave higher. GJ, this is an interesting area right now. Price rejected from this most recent resistance here. We had that lovely push up. What I'm expecting to see now, potentially through to this week, is an impulsive wave higher towards 174,268 as our target. Could actually start off a bit slow or sluggish, I would say, for it to push down lower prior to pushing up higher, because looking at this trend line over here, we could potentially see it break this trend line before price pushing higher. In terms of details, I will send that through on Telegram, or this is just looking at it from hindsight here as to what sort of scenarios we could potentially have for these trades that we're currently looking at. For those who have any questions, feel free to type in the chat and I shall get back to you. For now, I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I shall see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks once again, and bye for now.